Hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Yacc, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game I played for a week and then I'll talk about it. This week's game is Miss Pac-Man for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was released in 1991 and it's a maze game developed by Tengen, also published by them, and also be some spoilers up ahead, just so you know, but first a little backstory. So I covered the original Pac-Man for this podcast and now it's Miss Pac-Man's turn. So funny thing about the Tengen version is that it was made by one guy called Lassinger, and it was made in 4 months, and he ported it even in that time. And on top of that, it didn't have the original source code of Pac-Man. In fact, this version is unauthorized. So Lassinger basically had an arcade cabinet with a dedicated pause function. He paused it and unpaused it, looked on screen what happened, and recreated it. And that's, true reverse engineering at its finest. There's also a Namco version of this game, but it isn't that good. So who is Miss Pac-Man? Well, Miss Pac-Man is Pac-Man's girlfriend/wife, but the main difference between the two is that Miss Pac-Man has a pink bow. At the start of the game, you get the Tengen Presents, and if you do nothing, the Ghost and Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man will appear on screen, and after that a demo plays. So when you press start, you have a lot of options. So type 1, 2, players, alternate, and competitive. Pack booster off, A, B, or always on. Difficulty settings from easy, normal, hard to crazy. Maze selection being arcade, mini, big, and strange. And the starting level can be between 1 and 7. So this game is just like Pac-Man. On the screen you have a maze filled with white pellets that Miss Pac-Man needs to eat for high score and to clear the level. She also needs to avoid the ghost, Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Sue, and they're all different colors, these ghosts. However, if Miss Pac-Man needs a power pellet, she can send the ghost back to the point of origin on contact. Miss Pac-Man can also leave on one side of the screen and appear on the other, and that's really useful while being chased. And as I said previously, since this is an arcade game, you need to eat all the pellets on the screen in order to progress to the next level. You also need to get as high score as possible. And the high score can also be increased by eating various kinds of fruits and I guess other types of food as well, and that's about it for the game. So, gameplay. It's Pac-Man, eat pellets in order to get a high score. Control the D-pad is movement, A and B boosts, and the stop button pauses. Graphics. Just like the original Pac-Man, the game has a black background, and the maze and color palettes is actually varied. Sound and music. David Oriva made the soundtrack for this game, and it has a couple of jingles, and that's about it. Otherwise, gameplay just consists of ear-grating sound effects. Easter egg seekers and glitches. While playing two-player cooperative mode, it's possible for Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man to kiss while leaving the screen on opposite sides. So in conclusion, I wrote no, but it's better than the original Pac-Man. So unlike the original, you have way more mazes and options here, and even a two-player mode. But it isn't my type of game, and I'm sure there are people out there who can defend this game and say it's like in their top 5 or top 10 list. But I'm not one of those guys. But if you like Pac-Man, more power to you, I guess. So anyway, thank you for listening and for watching, and take care.